Why did I sign up for this? That guy Ricky's terrible, his podcast's terrible, his wrestling's terrible. I don't know how he got me to agree to doing this.
Yeah, he's a pretty terrible person.
He is.
Pretty shitty.
How do you put up with him?
I don't. I usually just avoid him at all costs.
Yeah, you're making the right choice there.
Yeah, this fucking scraggly-ass beard. This fucking...
Wait, is...
gross-ass man bun.
Do you hear something?
Oh.
Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry,
Oh.
What are you guys talking
Hey,
about
Rick,
here?
sports?
Why are your guys' pants off?
Don't worry about it.
Should I take my pants off?
Probably.
Okay.
Tenacious time podcast. It's tenacious time podcast. Oh, grab your friends if you have any and come and have a great time with your host, Ricky Tenacious.
Hello, hi, how are you? Welcome to another exciting edition of the Tenacious Time podcast. Here on my podcast, we put the art in Pop-Tart. That is a saying that I'm trying to keep going. I'll probably end up replacing it with something even more stupider. So, first and foremost, thank you all for joining me on this, what is probably going to be a very horrendous episode, and one I'm going to be walking away from with some sexual harassment allegations, and a lot more problems and a lot of hate comments, and mostly going to either gain a lot of viewers or lose a lot of viewers, even though I probably don't even have many viewers as we stand. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's guest. Today's guest is someone who I knew would be on this podcast sooner or later. I'm very happy that it's happening more sooner than it is later. He is a longtime friend of mine, actually. He is the young boy of Jace Battle. He is one of the most popular managers in Las Vegas. He is the biggest dick in the locker room. I'm talking about his personality, not his penis size, because that is a totally different podcast. He is my rival in the man bun industry. He is also known as Mr. Light Handshake. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest for this episode, Youngboy Jody Parks.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
It is. Thank you for that very humble opening.
Humble? I'm not
I don't
humble.
think you caught all of my great
Do you know
qualities.
who? Do you even know who I am? You're gonna call me humble? Have you seen me in the locker room, dude? I just walk in with my bag, go straight to the back, and mind my own business. And then once I'm done with my match, I just leave out the door.
That's true.
I'm one of those guys.
This is a really nice studio, though.
Thank you.
Is that person
thank you.
playing a harp?
Yes.
How much do those people cost? Oh, well, like you can't buy people, but like.
Well,
how much
actually,
of-
I can when you're Ricky Tenacious.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think that's illegal, actually. But...
We don't talk about that.
All
here.
right.
Yes, a very nice studio. It is very luxurious. Let's go and get right into the questions. I'm gonna have a few questions. Some of the questions are some that I came up with that I ask pretty much every guest that I have on this podcast, and then some were generated by some of your fans as you asked for some questions to ask for you.
Right.
So let's hope things don't get too out of control.
Oh, they will.
First question: how did you get into the wrestling business?
All right. So one day, I was at home, and you messaged me on Facebook, and you're like, "Hey, we're opening a wrestling promotion. Want to come train for free?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll try it out." And then I trained for like a week, and then you were like, "All right, you got to pay now." And I was like, "All right, I like it." So yeah, that's how I got into the wrestling industry.
That was a lot of people don't know this, but Youngboy was one of the first trainees in the Big Valley Wrestling Training School.
If you can call me that, I came like 4 times.
Yeah, he came like 4
And
times.
then I became a sound guy, and
Yeah.
then one day Jace messaged me and was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I got the show in Utah. Want to come?" And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, I remember when you were first starting. We actually the first Big Valley Wrestling when we started the training, or like when we knew we were going to do the promotion, we started training with some of the guys from Adrenaline Unleashed, and then so I invited you and David Luxker as well because you guys are both really good friends, and I knew you guys wanted to get in the business. Yeah. And I remember you training, and you would puke.
Oh, that was one time. All
That
right?
was more than one
And
time.
it was all over your house. I
It
know.
was.
Well, it was more than one time, but it was one day.
You
Like,
made my hallway look like a Penn State gymnasium.
That's true.
Yeah,
Sorry
but
about
that happens though. That it's not a lot of people can do the wrestling training. There's a lot of people that I've seen come here for like or just any wrestling school that I've been a part of, which is only like 2 now, and they come in, they take 1 class, and then they just do something simple as a forward roll, and then you never see them again because either they hurt themselves or wrestling just isn't for them. So I guess being you're a manager, obviously that came about. So have you ever like thought of would you like to wrestle one day, or do you think that could happen?
Yeah, I've been training at a FSW.
Okay.
Remy and Jack kind of pulled me in and were like, "Hey, come on Thursdays." I'm like, "All right." So yeah, I haven't been there in a couple weeks, but I'm doing that. That's
how's the training going? How would you say it is?
Well, I can do a flip bump now. So yeah, pretty big league. Pretty big league over here, if I do say so myself.
That's farther than like how I got when I first started training. That's pretty cool though. So now I have a kind of a customary question for you. Okay.
All right.
We're gonna play a little game of FMK Fuck Marry Kill.
All right.
So your options are Sway Thompson, who
right.
I wrote down his name on my paper and it looks like Suede Tampon. Because I feel like I forgot the S and then I put it in later.
Definitely forgot the S.
Yeah, I'm a terrible speller. I did not pass the second
It looks
grade.
like did you write the S over another letter?
Actually, I wrote it I wrote it like next to the P, and then a part of the S got in the P, so it's kind of like my own letter.
All right, I'll accept that.
So you got Suede Thompson, you got Funny Bone, and you got Ricky Tenacious. You got to fuck one, kill one, marry one, go.
I'm marrying Slade.
Okay.
That's just off the top of my head. That's not a question.
Top of your head, he's a top guy. Self-proclaimed
He is
top
a top
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Hashtag top guy. This is where it gets hard because
Oh, it does get hard, all right.
I am absolutely terrified of Funny Bone. I'm so terrified of him that I can't say the word terrified. And I'm also kind of scared of you a little bit.
Oh, okay. Is it because of my beard? Is it because I look kind of scary?
It is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that I'm going to have to kill you.
Oh, okay.
Because if I tried to kill Funny Bone, I feel like that would end up a lot worse for me than it would for him.
So you're going to have to,
Yep.
with Funny Bone?
Yeah.
I wonder how that would go. I feel like for some reason you'd just be on the bottom of the hole. Like it'd be really, really one-sided. Lots of chops in lots of areas.
Happy birthday, Bone.
I feel like you'd be waiting in the room, like for it to happen.
You're still going.
And then like you hear his entrance music play from the theme from House of 1,000 Corpses.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a Funny Bone original.
Yeah. So yeah, he'd come up like from behind the bed with his makeup all on and shit, and then like his little demons would like either be watching or something. I have a very bad mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Okay, and then you'd kill me.
Unfortunately.
Maybe go into detail on how you'd kill me.
To death.
Okay, well that's a
I would
good
kill
way to
you to
describe
death.
it. Would you and Swade's wedding like be would you and Swade's wedding like have any? Would it be a regular wedding or like would it be like in a wrestling ring or something?
I would hope it would just be like wrestling entrances.
Yeah.
And then a promo.
Yeah, that's kind of what a marriage is actually. It's the
Right.
wrestling entrances and then the promo. And then if someone says I object, then that's kind of like the cutoff.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, and then
That's
you
like
had
someone
your
else's
heat,
theme.
then you got your hope, and then you may either you take it home.
And then sometimes in a disappointing finish.
Yeah, you would know a lot about disappointing finishes, wouldn't you? Okay, so
All right, next topic.
Okay, yes, next topic. Okay, so we're gonna do something a little fun now that I have planned for you. This is a new section of the Tenacious Time podcast, which I'm gonna start doing with every guest I have. This is called the 60-second challenge, where there will be 60 seconds on the clock, 1 minute, and you will have 1 minute to name every Fed finish that you can.
Okay.
So once again, 60-second challenge, which I'm sure you're pretty accustomed to doing things under 60 seconds.
You're being way too generous.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know.
Way too generous.
Yeah.
45.
Okay, so 60-second challenge. You have to name every Fed finish you can.
All right.
So for the listeners who don't know what a Fed finish is, that is a finisher you see on WWE that like a WWE superstar does. You can do NXT if you want to.
Right.
Anything that's in WWE. So 60 seconds on the clock. Every Fed finish you can. Good luck, and you start now.
Oh, this is harder than attitude adjustment. Pedigree. Seth Rollins pedigree. Does that count?
Yes.
Spear. Dirty deeds. Beauty shot. What does Fandango?
Yeah.
The Uso crazy splash.
Okay, I'll take that.
The gore.
Okay.
Does Heath Slater have a finish?
30 seconds.
Coup de grace. King Sasha. I can't think of any other
10
wrestler.
seconds more. Come on, you can push at least one out.
Shit.
And time's up.
Yep.
Wow, that
makes
was
sense.
fucking terrible.
I don't-
I expected it. I think you got like 10 or 11.
I don't watch wrestling, man.
Yeah, neither do I. Yeah, I totally thought you'd do like more. At least more than 20.
It was like on the spot, man.
Yeah, that's what this show's all about, being on the spot.
Like, cause like now that there's no pressure, I could probably do more.
Yeah.
But now that I said that, I can't think of any now.
Yeah. No, that's.
I like
crazy.
that I got Tyler Breeze in there, but like I
Yeah.
didn't get like.
Yeah. I feel like
AJ
I probably
Styles
would have
in
gotten
there.
like more answers if like it was like any finish anywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
And my thing was like, I know the finishers, but I don't know like the WWE names.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean by that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the.
Sister Abigail just came to my mind.
yeah.
Sister Abigail.
I was trying to think of the name of the Magic Killer. But I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Anyway, next question. We have these questions are the ones generated by your fans. Some that I chose. This is a pretty basic one. It's a 3-part question.
All right.
Okay, first part. Top 5 favorite wrestlers. Go.
Right now or ever?
You can do ever.
All right. Cassie Nix, number 1.
Definitely Cassie Nix.
Best wrestler.
Best wrestler in Las Vegas right now.
Yo, that seems like a joke answer.
Yeah,
But she's
but
like
it's not.
actually at the top right now
Yeah.
for me because like. Just because like I saw her like grow in the past few months,
Definitely.
and her debut, like I hadn't been that excited for a match.
That's the most fire debut I've ever seen from anyone. If those of you who don't know who Cassie Nix is, she is definitely going to be someone that everyone knows. She's everything you want, everything you need. She's an upcoming women's wrestler, debuted at FSW, trained there. Just
And
had her
honestly,
first
like
match.
every kid in that match did great.
Yeah, every kid
Especially
in that match.
Aaron
Yeah,
Wands.
Leon Hayter does a really good job of training those kids.
Yeah. Damian Drake does it too.
But I know Damian Drake and Leon Hayter do it. So
Cassie Nix,
yeah,
Brian Pillman,
okay,
CM Punk,
yes,
Chris Jericho,
definitely.
Jace Battle.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Explain Brian Pillman for me.
I've just always loved him.
Really?
Like, yeah. Like his.
That's maybe like the only old school wrestler I heard on that list.
Yeah, he's like the only old school wrestler I like.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But he is definitely my favorite old school guy. I just like his promo with Austin with the gun. Like that
Yeah.
character is like the epitome of what I think a crazy character should be. I just did air parentheses,
Yeah.
and then I realized we're not on video.
Yeah, this is an audio podcast.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe I'll do a video podcast sooner or later. I don't know. Maybe it involves some conversations and kittens. Buzzing.
Oh, spoilers.
Yeah. Okay. So second part to this question, dream match. So I'm not sure if that is a match you want to have or a match you want to see. I'll let
can
you
do
decide.
both.
Okay. Do both then.
If I could wrestle anyone in the world, if I could wrestle in general,
Definitely.
I would want Shinsuke.
Oh, definitely.
That's who I would want, and I would want to do the Youngboy. I would want to like be honored to be in the ring with him, and just like have the whole match be me trying to like clean his shoes.
I imagine he gets all of these streamers like Jace like the amount of streamers Jace Battle gets, but like times 10.
Oh shit!
That's another point. I'm not trying to get sidetracked here, but I don't know like why Shinsuke has not gotten. I know when he wrestled in Japan against Jericho, he got a bunch of streamers, but how generally in WWE, whenever he's wrestling, he doesn't get streamers.
Well, I think that's just WWE policy. I don't think
Really?
they let people bring streamers in.
That's
too much
true.
to pick up.
Yeah. Third part, or no? Do you still have the second part?
Oh.
Like a match you want to see?
Okay. Well, Shinsuke versus Daniel Bryan. Always.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's always going to be my dream match, and
Yeah,
it's never
yeah.
going to happen.
Never gonna
because
happen.
the wrestling gods are spiteful.
Yes. Third part to this question: who designs all of your sick shit?
Is that Dan? Did Dan ask that?
Probably.
Because this guy Daniel Rowe does a lot of he did the Shaolin Showdown parody drawing that it kind of got a lot of attention.
He also did the Strong Style Gods one, didn't he? Or no, Strong Style Squad. I mean.
Yeah, the Shaolin Showdown one with the 4.
Oh, okay.
of-
I didn't know what you were referring to.
Oh yeah, this guy Justin did a really cool logo for me, which is basically the Jace Battle JB logo that's on all of his headbands and stuff. He did.
Buzzing. Let's hear it.
I'm getting a call.
All right.
Hello. Is this about if I'm going to vote for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? Is it one of those?
Okay, would you care to participate in the survey?
I've taken this like 10 times now. I'm actually in the middle of recording a podcast. Wait, hold on. Can you say hi to my fans, please?
Sure, hello.
Actually, just 1 second. All right, go ahead and talk.
Hey, fans. Have a great night.
I love you. Did she hang up on us? How dare she? What the hell? I know she didn't just hang up on us.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and finish what you were saying about Dan.
Dan sucks. And this guy, Rabbit Raccoon, also does a lot of logos for me. Yeah, they're all cool.
Awesome. Okay, next question we have. How would you fantasy book you and Jace Battle's debut in NXT or WWE?
All right. So.
You ever to get Vince Russo on this shit?
Oh, I'm going to get real Vince Russo with this. All right, so for me, if it was me alone, my debut would be I show up to Monday Night Raw, I walk to the ring, I cut a short 30-second promo, and then I lose to Braun Strowman in under a minute. If it was me and Jay's, I would obviously, he deserves better than I do, so I would want to go to NXT,
Yeah.
and I would want Shinsuke to be cutting a promo, and I want Shinsuke to get into like talking in Japanese for a second because it gets real heated up.
Yeah.
And that's when Jace Battle's music hits. He comes out and tells Shinsuke that he's not speaking Japanese correctly and begins speaking in Spanish. And then this will lead to a face-off, and Jace Battle would win in under 30 seconds. With a small package.
Small package?
Yeah, the match starts just automatically, like it wasn't signed or anything,
Yeah.
but it's an NXT title match.
It started. It was actually the whole match was going on the whole time. They just didn't know it.
Right.
Yeah.
It was actually a 45-hour match.
Yeah. Next question. Top 5 wrestlers you want to see Ricky Tenacious shoot fight?
First of all, can I either say that this is a really nice studio?
Yes. Once again, we have to say there's definitely
Free wine, free
Yes.
champagne. This is insane.
Yeah. The chandeliers.
Oh, the chandelier. One
Yeah.
fell earlier. That was really
Actually,
cool.
if you look just over, that's actually where I shot the vaporwave promo.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, you're sitting like near where I was doing that.
Right next to your multi-million-dollar LED vape case.
Yes.
Anyway, 5 wrestlers I'd want to see you shoot fight. All right. I don't know what a shoot is, but I'm going to assume it means that I want to see you
actually
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or just, I mean, every match is an actual fight.
Yeah, I don't know what these terms are.
Yeah, neither do I.
So, Brock Lesnar, obviously.
Oh boy.
CM Punk.
You mean Phil Brooks?
Yep. Well, no, he went by CM Punk in UFC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Batista,
All right.
Bobby Lashley,
Oh.
Kevin Cross.
Oh.
I just named off 5 guys I know are legit badasses.
Yeah, legit badasses. I've
Because I want to see you get fucked up.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, here I
Yeah,
am with
I want
you
that.
on my podcast.
This is a nice studio.
Thank you for trying to cover that up. Yeah, I feel like maybe one day the powers that be will allow the Kevin Cross Ricky Tenacious match to happen. We'll see how that turns out.
Do you want to die?
I mean, if I'm sitting across from you and doing a podcast, then I'm pretty much already dead.
That's fair. All right, next.
Yeah, next question.
Rude. That's rude.
Okay, all right, this is a pretty important one. How big is Batista's dick?
Yep.
All right, good enough. Okay, next question. How much ranch is too much ranch and how much is not enough?
Oh, that's such a narcoleptic question. Like, whoever asked that is being such a narc right now. I'm going to go get Vert in the quad. Want to come with me?
Yeah, I'm down. I love ranch. I feel like another 60-second challenge I should do on here is like how many toppings you can put on a pizza, which is like almost anything.
If anyone says pineapple, you got to end the podcast right there and ask them to leave your studio.
Yeah.
Which is very nice, by the way. This is a very nice studio.
Yes. Next question we have here. Actually, one of the last questions. Okay. This is a question I ask pretty much all of my guests on here. You said how long have you been like in the business now?
Just a little over a year.
Just a little over a year. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have an answer for both parts of these questions, but the question is your favorite day as Youngboy and your worst day at Youngboy. So this can be like the day you've had like the most fun in this past year in the wrestling business, and a day that you feel like you kind of got the short end of the stick, and you're kind of the day you were exposed to the bad side of wrestling, and which everyone goes through at one time or another.
My favorite day is a very easy one because it happened 2 weeks ago. The Silverton show, Jace versus Cutthroat Cody. That was by far the most fun I've had in wrestling because all day leading up to it, I had butterflies and pterodactyls and all this stuff flying around in my stomach, and I felt like I was gonna puke for most of the day. And then we got there, and it didn't change. And then it got okay for a little bit because I was surrounded by like all these good people and I just had like really good vibes going. And then we were going over the entrance. It was me and Jace, and then we had the Geisha girls, who was Cassandra and Gabby.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cassie next.
Nope.
No?
Kayfabe, bro. Who's Kayfabe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. So we were going over the entrance and everything was fine. And I'm going to redo that because I don't want to say kayfabe on the podcast, so I'm just going to re-say that.
All right.
We were going over the entrance, and we had me and Jace, and then we had Cassandra and Gabby, and we were going over the entrance, and then the nerves really set in. And this is where I take up a personal issue with you. Yeah, we're getting real. The final match before that ended, which I think was the 3-on-3, right? Slade and
it was Bodie and Bone, I believe.
Right. Yeah, the Ether rag. That was fun. I can't wait for their casket match.
Yeah, that'll be something.
But yeah, so I'm getting all these nerves going, and I'm waiting for the music to hit, and I feel like I'm gonna puke. And then you start talking for like 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, I think that's where I plugged my podcast.
Yeah, you.
Well, I actually had to because I think the match they had. I thought maybe that wasn't the match before you guys, but I just remember. Actually, I probably was because I know Funny Bone, he has all that makeup.
Oh,
and
they're
stuff.
probably cleaning it.
Yeah, and there was we didn't have a broom around, and so we had to spend time cleaning up the ring. And so as the announcer, I had to improvise.
Okay.
And so I got through the sponsors, and then of course, every show I'd like to plug my podcast. And once again, that's for you listening. Thank you very much. And so that's how that went.
Okay, so I forgive you then.
Yeah.
Because I was real mad at you. I think at one point I yelled, "Shut up, Ricky." Love you, buddy. So yeah, and then the music hit, and we came out, and the entrance went exactly how we planned it. I thought I was gonna mess up for sure. And then you gave a really good announcement for
Thank
that
you.
match. Thank you.
Yeah. I actually honestly really enjoyed it. I honestly would have been really disappointed if you guys didn't do the in-ring entrances.
Yeah.
Which I honestly think for any show anywhere, especially if it's wrestling related, the main event should always have those in-ring entrances to add the big fight feel to it.
Yeah,
Which it really was, especially for you guys. At the Silverton FSW, Cutthroat Cody.
First main event ever for Jace.
Yeah. Awesome. Really? That was the first main event? I feel like he's been in other main events.
Well, he main evented some student shows, but
yeah.
like,
And at FSW, are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I know he's had to have main evented BVW a few times.
yeah, he's champ.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Big league
Doi.
boys.
Yeah. New click. Respect it. Okay.
Is that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
I feel
It's just
real
a
left
hashtag.
out on it because
Yeah.
I think that's like Beast and Wild Horse. I don't know. So yeah, we were in the ring, and then you gave the accompanied by his Youngboy.
Yeah.
Delivered that perfectly, and the pop there, like I had to hold back tears.
Yeah. You always get a really big pop.
Now you. This is a nice studio. So that happened, and then Jace, they were going through all of his nicknames, and the streamers came. Mm-hmm. And the streamers, like, I cried a little bit. Like, it was just incredible.
There's a lot of streamers.
Because, like, you have this big show, and, like, Jace, we've only been there for 5-6 months. Under 6 months in FSW, nobody really expected anything from us at first, and then we come out to that reaction, and I think that was just kind of like a justifying moment. Like,
you guys are something now.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that was by far the best day I've had. And then the match was just hot fire.
Definitely.
Cody is a very scary man. If I could, I would never see him again because he wants to murder me. He has a cult that wants to murder me. But he's one of the best wrestlers I've ever met. I've ever had the pleasure of being in a ring with. Well, not wrestling, but you know what I mean. Like being part of a match he's in. He's a very good wrestler, and they just tore it down. And the worst day I've ever had in wrestling, I don't think I've really had many bad days.
Yeah, you always seem to have a really good time when you're wrestling.
Because like even like shows that aren't that great, like I'm not gonna drop any names, but I've worked for promotions, not BVW. I'm not talking about you guys somewhere.
Yeah, whatever.
I've worked for promotions where like 5 people will be there, and like at the end of the day, I'm just like, that was fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like, I got to go out here and do what I love. Like this is the one true thing I love. And like the worst days are still good days.
Yeah.
And another good day is that show at BVW where the ladder match happened.
Yeah, I think that's the only ladder match we've had so far.
It is, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, that was a very good day too, because like you said, I was like one of the first people at BVW.
Yeah.
And that show, that whole entire show.
Actually, I think that was like one of our first like really big show we had. Yeah.
That was very like, fuck yeah, because like
Yeah.
BVW started at a carnival.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was like 50 people watching us at a carnival. That day we had over 300 people packed into that hockey rink, and that was a good moment because like
that whole show, yeah, we had that ladder match and we had Suede versus Beast, and I think Suede won the belt.
Yeah.
It was a really good time. Yeah, and going off what you said about the whole 5 people in an audience thing or whatever, that's I remember being told once by one of my trainers that pro wrestling is not an easy market at all. Like not everyone. It's really hard to get people to come to shows. Like, of course, like your family and friends will come see you,
right?
But it's really hard to come across a show where you have actual wrestling fans there, people who legitimately are there to watch wrestling, not just there because you're their friend and they want to support you and help you out and everything. And I feel like that's kind of, there's a lot of promotions that have built up to that, and some promotions that are still building to that. But either way, not everyone wants to see wrestling. You give them a flyer, and they're either like, or they're like, okay, and then every few of them are like, hell yeah, I will totally go see the show.
Right, and like it's hard because in Vegas, like all the people who are like diehard wrestling fans are already coming to the shows, so it's hard to find new people to come in.
Yeah.
So like, there's only a couple times a year where you really get to like go out and like find new fans, because it's when WWE's in town or ROH is in town. You got to go to those shows, but the Vegas scene right now is hot fire.
It's been hot for like what, about good 2 years now, with all the promotions that have some that have came and are still here, and some that came and are gone now, or some that are taking a break or whatever. Either way, those wrestling fans are still there.
Like FSW has that huge show coming up next week, the 16th.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let's go and plug any shows that you and Jace may be on. You can go first. Go ahead. You're my guest.
All right. The 16th of October. FSW at the Silverton. That's gonna be hot fire.
That's a Moment of Truth.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Funny Bone versus Sin, which is gonna be amazing. They're in a casket match. The Strong Style Squad, which is Jace, Saiku, and Jacob Austin Young, against the Order of Illumination, which is Cody, Brother Bronson, and Brother Manton.
I think that's gonna be it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's his.
Yeah.
I get confused on the Brother Smith and Cody.
Yeah.
That's going to be really good. Me and Patrick are going to be on the outside, so I'm terrified. I'm going to die. There's just all sorts of good stuff happening at that show.
Yeah. What else? Ryan Taylor and Sway Thompson.
Oh, dude.
That'll be something.
That is worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah. Eli Drake is going to be there.
He's facing the debuting Carl Fredericks.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about him.
Yeah, I have too.
And Reno Scum versus Whirlwind Gentleman. That's going to tear people apart.
Yogurt. That match is going to be the hottest of fires.
Yeah. What else?
What's the next BVW date?
BVW, next show for them is October 23rd, Sunday, for Devil's Night. That'll be the big 8-man tag match. Death in Motion versus Hammerlock Heroes is what I'm going to call them. Hammerlock TV and Underground Heroes. Cody Hawk is going to be there. He is the guy who trained Dean Ambrose.
Is he on the show?
Yes, he's on the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then the next day, for any wrestlers out there who may be in the Vegas area or want to, there will be a seminar with Cody Hawk the very next day at BVW. I believe start time for that's going to be 7 p.m. More information on Big Valley Wrestling's Facebook page. And then also October 22nd, a day before the 23rd, is Freak Show Wrestling, Dust and Bone, with Funny Bone and Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
And me... And I'm not going to give anything away, but I will be on that show, and it'll be a class will be in session, because there will be the Detention, and as well as a few other really talented wrestlers. So before we get out of there, you got any closing words for us,
I
young
feel
boy?
like we should go back to some dick jokes. Like, we can't end it on us. We've been serious for like 10 minutes now.
Oh, we have. This feels really weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. Want to talk about dicks?
Okay.
You got the ruler?
Always, baby.
All right. I think that's a good finish.
And that's Tenacious.
Thank you if you're still listening. I try my best not to bore the people that listen to our thoughts, cause it's Tenacious Nation Time podcast. Oh, grab your cat and your friends and have a great time. Forget about the voices that tell you to commit suicide, cause it's Tenacious Time podcast.